Oh, well, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sunny, and the other two nerds that make up this table are Manny and Frank.
Yes, we
Going on,
are. What's going on?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. It's the Monopoly guy.
I
Oh
have
man,
them.
so crazy.
Such a classic.
Yep.
I guess we're gonna get into news. I don't have the article, but I did see that they're doing something with Ace Ventura again. Did you guys see that?
I was
or
about
no?
to ask you that. Are they?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, they're doing something with Ace Ventura. Either I think it's Ace Ventura 3 they're working on. So yeah, it's just funny that you said Monopoly guy, and that just brought it up to me.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I heard this too. But yeah.
Well, that is a choice to make, I guess. Then, well, all right then. We'll see how it turns out.
It might not have Jim Carrey. I don't know.
Oh, then what's the point? I
Then
don't.
it's not.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know, people are stupid.
Ace Ventura Jr. That's hilarious. I forgot about that.
Let's make a movie without the actor star that made the movie in the first
Yeah,
place.
he made the
That
film,
sucks.
but nah, let's not use him.
Stupid. And
Oh
you
my
wonder
God.
why the way things are Hollywood bastards. So let's go ahead and jump. There'll be a little treat for the news, but let's jump into the actual news articles we chose.
Yeah.
This week we'll each be doing one each. So we'll start off with Frank. What do you got to offer to the people?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Well, guess what? The 2003 Clone Wars show that was by Gendy Tartakovsky will be coming to Disney Plus on April 2nd. And I think this was the one on Cartoon Network, and it wasn't, I don't think it was like made by Disney originally,
No.
but somehow they obtained it.
Well, it's Star Wars. Eventually, I think it all reverted back to them at a certain point.
Yeah,
Well,
and I mean, this was a really cool cartoon. It's really hard to watch right now unless you have the DVD or YouTube. But
well, the whole series is up there, but it's going to be on Disney Plus, so it's going to be on high resolution now and everything like that.
I'm watching that.
Oh, it is. I
rewatched the hell out of that.
I rewatched it a couple months ago, and it's still really damn good, especially when we get into because the first season, the episodes are only like 5 minutes long. Season 2, the episodes get longer, and they're really good.
Yeah, there are a lot of visual storytelling. Like a lot of them don't even have dialogue.
Yeah, I think
which is basically Gendy's strength.
Same guys that did the art style for Samurai Jack, correct? Like I don't know if it was the whole team that did Samurai Jack did this, or if it was like certain parts. But yeah, it's the same art style and everything, so it works really well. General Grievous is a badass. Just saying. The movies did no justice at all.
No.
Enjoy and watch it. It is good.
They've been doing some weird stuff lately with the canon of Star Wars.
You don't say.
Where before they've been, they were really like aggressive about wiping everything away, but they actually specifically pointed out one of the droid bad guys. I think his name is Drag or Drag.
He is not a droid, but continue.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. He's like a parasite organism or something. But they made him specifically out of this entire show. Him, canon
and
now.
And the other girl.
Which one?
Ventress.
Oh, her too?
Yeah, Ventress came from that show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. And they brought her to, what is it, Fione's Clone Wars. Yeah. I don't think it was his, or yeah, it was. I don't know what I'm talking about there. But, yeah, they did that, and then they are releasing one of the old comic characters that was supposedly not canon anymore. They're releasing some of those as Black Series. So they're kind of like bringing some of that stuff back.
Is that the rabbit dude?
The rabbit dude, and then one of the Crimson Empire guards.
The one that looks like Foggy O'Hara.
Mm-hmm. I don't like his look because they went too hardcore on the realism and like he's got like this like puke green color. I don't like how he looks, but yeah, I like the comic rendition. He's more cartoony, but yeah, they're doing some weird stuff lately, I would think.
I think those Dave Filoni's doing, because with the Mandalorian, he's like, fuck Disney, this is canon now. He had a lot of that,
I will make it canon.
That was taken out of canon and said, no, it's canon. So, which I thought was funny.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, he basically, him and Favreau showed them that you guys just let us decide what's canon, not you.
Yeah.
You know,
Drager, I always forget how to pronounce his name. He's cool. He's a parasite with like armor that looks kind of like a Mandalorian, but he's not. And he has a biker gang with him of droids. And so
it's such a cool cartoon.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they're starting to finally realize, all right, maybe this whole extended universe and extra characters aren't so bad. We should bring them in.
Why not? Because the galaxy is so big and it had such a long timeline that you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot by blowing all that away.
Yeah.
So cool. I'm gonna watch this April 2nd, Disney Plus.
I will go next with my news article. Tokyo Ghost movie adaptation of comic book lands. Cary Fukunaga is going to Netflix, and I guess this director recently directed the latest James Bond movie, which hasn't come out yet, so I don't know how good it is.
He's the one who did?
Yeah, that's what the article is saying here.
Okay.
So this was like so I don't know much about the comic, but I went on Google and did a search of like the imagery and all that kind of stuff, and like visually it looks like a really cool comic. I don't know the story behind it, but visually I think they have something there, and anything else it should look beautiful. I've been trying to get into anime more recently, picking and choosing carefully what I'm watching, because I know there's like different subsects and categories and styles, stuff like that. But this kind of, I think that could fall under that kind of like anime live action style look, because it's like part cyberpunk, part samurai Japanese stuff, and with a little bit of Western, just a little bit of Western stuff in there. So looks really interesting. I am really interested, and I mean, granted, the Cyberpunk game was a letdown in a lot of aspects, but I still have fun with it. So I want more Cyberpunk-esque type of stuff right now.
Yeah.
So
I really like Rick Remender, who's the writer. He has some of the best comics. Like the X-Force that he did was extremely good. Avengers that he did. He wrote on video games. He had a TV show. I mean, this guy has written a lot. And I actually always enjoy his books. So I haven't read this one. I wanted to because of him and the art. But this kind of came out of nowhere. They're just like, yeah, we're doing a movie.
Yeah. Now it is Netflix. We'll see how that turns out. Their adaptation of stuff like this hasn't gone too well yet, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We shall.
Yeah. I hope it's good.
Yeah, that's all we can hope.
I do want to read the comic.
So let's go ahead.
This is like years away, right? Probably.
Yeah, it's probably years away. Like they got the director now, so they're probably in pre-production. Probably start filming either end of
2 years or something. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, Manny. What do you got for people?
What you got?
My piece of news is a game that Frank is into, and I thought Frank was actually going to have this piece of news, but Ghost of Tsushima. How do you pronounce it?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima. Is getting a movie, and it's going to be by the director of John Wick. I didn't know this. You guys probably knew this. The director of John Wick was actually a stunt coordinator. Did you guys know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. He worked on Deadpool, The Hunger Games, Captain America: Civil War, and The Matrix Reloaded. So that's gonna be interesting with that. Frank, I think you're the only one here that's played it. Are you kind of excited for this?
Yeah, man. This is one of the best games in a long time.
You think it can translate into a good movie?
Yes. I mean, there's a really good story there. I don't think it's had much limelight in the theatrical sense, so I think there's something there that's been untold. But I just don't know if. Well, I guess the studio is unproven, right? This is a division of Sony, right? Like, what is it that they're called? Like, it's like Sony Cinematic something. They're really focused on bringing all the games to the screen.
Yeah, Sony Pictures and PlayStation Productions.
PlayStation Product. There you go.
Yeah, this is. I think this might be their first shot at this, because I think they announced that earlier this year or last year, that they're like, we're gonna have our own film stuff. We're gonna do it in house.
Yeah.
That's other studios to do it, so we're gonna have to.
There's a story
Uncharted
there, man, because
is going to be the first one.
It's really a philosophical, personal journey. It's got a lot going on there, because this guy is torn between following the samurai ways and not necessarily fully following them to the letter in order to save his country. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. So yeah, that's man, I'm kind of surprised they got that guy to do it, because I thought he'd be busy making 7 John Wicks and a TV show. And
I mean, I don't know if I would pick him as the director, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the action director maybe.
I mean, like I would hire him as the secondary unit to handle the action scenes, but I mean,
he's not going to take that job.
He's already proven himself, man. He can.
Yeah.
He can direct.
No, but this is the game is heavily based on the old school samurai movies, which are very, I mean, they're gorgeous masterpieces of art that, like, every little thing counts. The rain means something, the wind means something, everything stands for something, and there's a lot of questions and a lot of dialogue and a lot of things that are brought up in conversation. And then you have the action stuff, which is big and grand and very grandiose. And I mean, as a writer, this guy, like, because I don't think he did Extraction, but like John Wick is very bare bones, and like the stuff he does, like when some directors direct films, I don't think the story is the first thing that they think about. They go, okay, we need a basic story that gets us from A to B, and then let's blow them away with the action and the.
Well, I hope Sony makes sure about that, because there would be a real disservice to the story of the game. To me, I already got my movie. I don't really necessarily need this, but it would be good for everyone else to be drawn into it, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to see what he can do. I'm not gonna discount him. I just personally, I don't think I would give him the main chair, but he definitely understands action, so the action scene should be pretty damn good. Hard fights, and depending on how big the scales are, it's gonna look good.
Who would you give the main chair then?
Oh,
it's hard to say, man. I mean,
it's hard because I haven't kept up with Japanese cinema like I did in the past. Because
maybe like Takashi.
I mean, I won't say it's the easy answer, but that's the name that pops up in my head. Because like American director wise, like I can see if Nolan directed and had someone else write it, I can see him understanding the scope of it. Scorsese would understand the history behind it and could maybe translate that. But
I feel like the work's done, though. He has to kind of just translate what they have, because this game is long as hell. It has a lot of story. I mean,
and that's the thing. Like, how do you break that down too? Because I'm assuming we take out all the side characters and stuff. Like the main story is straightforward, I guess. But
you can't take out the side character. That would just ruin it.
Yeah. So
because he needs them to accomplish the goal.
Yeah, I mean, they can work around that. I think if they were to really just sit down and work on a script. But this is the problem with games, that like I'm not really for these movie adaptations anymore because there's so much baggage with them. You have to turn them into either miniseries or just don't do it
It's
at
hard
all.
to wrap it into such a small container, right?
Yeah,
I
because you
can
have
see
side
it
characters.
might turn into like a Magnificent Seven situation, like the recent one that came out.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
kind of ensemble, like a group tries to retake something, you know.
Seven Samurai. Let's give it its due. Seven Samurai was the first one to do it. And that was absolute great thing. It was like 4 hours long, 3 hours, but Seven Samurai was the first one to do that style. Not
The videos or the audio is breaking up for me. I don't know about you guys.
I hear everything good right now. Can you hear me clearly? Yeah.
I think it's better now.
Okay. So I was saying was Seven Samurai. It did it first, and if they can stick with that style, not necessarily not newest Magnificent Seven, which I just as I'm talking out loud, if they want to go more action popularity route, they could do the diesel version. But I think if they stick with like the original Seven Samurai, I think they can have something there that just blows people away.
That would I prefer, something like that. I think Chad's style is more Magnificent Seven, but you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, not in a bad way, but
not in a bad way.
So Chad actually worked second unit director on both Marvel, Captain America: Civil War, and most recently Birds of Prey. So I guess he is kind of humble, and he would do second directing.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it
maybe
goes
I guess just because he had time, I guess, in between projects, maybe. But he probably feels strongly on this one. He wants to be the lead.
Yeah.
But he's good, man. I mean, he's got so much experience and a lot of success. So hopefully he can do a good job on this. But he will need a different style than John Wick, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pull for the guy because I do want him to actually work out and be like, hey, I can do this. So hopefully it works out. That's all I can say.
He seems really calm in interviews and stuff, so I don't think he's gonna be really worried about it. But I don't know. I just hope they do a great job.
Yeah. Same. Well, do we have anything else?
Good news there. Nope, not me.
No, I think that's it.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the. We're done with our salad portion. Let's move on to the. Let's move on with our nerd outs. I'll go first.
Cool.
Again, we're each doing one nerd out. So my nerd out for this show would be the documentary, The Last Blockbuster, which you can find on Netflix. This was a little cool documentary, about an hour and 26 minutes. It's just talking about like the last blockbuster that's around, and I think everyone knows by now that like it was funny that Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix for like a amount of money. And I forgot one of the CEOs of Blockbuster or ex-CEO or something like that. He was like, Netflix didn't kill us. We were short-sighted. We wanted to make money now instead of money long-term. And they made a lot of bad decisions, a lot of stupid plays that caused, like, they had like 19,000 stores, and like a couple years ago they were down to 4. And the Alaska stores closed down. So there's one in Bend, Oregon, is the last remaining Blockbuster in the States. And
wait, but this one is still open today?
It's so as filming was concluded in the documentary was leading to the beginning parts of the pandemic, it was still open. Still going strong. It kind of felt it's very myth-driven.
So is it really focused on the rise and like the fall of Blockbuster, or more like on the last one?
Like the first 20 minutes is about the rise and fall of Blockbuster and how
man, you're breaking up again.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Let me move the little jack around. I need a laptop and a mic. Jesus. Um, the first 20 minutes or so is about the rise and fall of Blockbuster, how it happened, and like how Blockbuster was really smart because back then, mom and pop shops had to pay like hundreds of dollars for like a copy of one movie because they bought straight from the studio themselves. And Blockbuster was like, hey, what if we pay a couple bucks and we share part of the profits with the studios? And the studios like, that's a great idea. That's how Blockbuster had like 100 copies of like a new movie. Like the guys down the road have like 4 copies. It was that was really interesting to me. But after that, we do more into like the nostalgia feel of Blockbuster, and they talk about, they have a lot of like, I don't mean these in a bad way, but like B and C celebrities coming on talking about, oh, he's like, I worked, that was my first job. I worked there for 12 years. The best job I ever had. It was like, there's something special about walking into that store and like spending hours walking around trying to find a movie and just like, that looks like a cool cover. I'm going to grab this and that.
Oh, yeah. And it was good for discovery.
And like the good blockbusters, like just like the last Blockbuster, it's a community-based thing. They come in that you can talk about movies. They'll suggest films for you. It's very close-knit community, which
like suggestion area, I think.
Yeah,
some of them used to have.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid, I applied to so many of these video places. I wanted my own section just to be like, this is my favorite movies, guys. Trust me, these are good movies. I always wanted that.
That would be cool. Just make your own.
Yeah, I always thought that was really cool feature and function. And I at the time I didn't know a lot about Quentin Tarantino. I knew his movies, but I'm like, I would love to just sit there all day and talk about movies with people. Be like, what are you looking for? It's over there, and I'll tell you why it's good. Why you shouldn't watch it. And I like as a kid, I'm like, that's a cool ass job.
You're bringing back memories, man. Cause I worked next to Hollywood Video, and we would just go over there and grab movies and bring them over because we were bored. So we'd be playing random movies, stuff like that. That's fun.
I worked at Blockbuster, and the funny part towards the end of Blockbuster, they weren't getting movies anymore, so the managers made the other managers, or the main manager, would go to Best Buy and buy like 5 copies of the movie.
Yeah.
And I remember he would use like his Best Buy reward points, so you get all the points, and then he could have the movies to rent. I remember we would get like 20 movies a week to rent out, and there could be games or movies and all that. It was pretty fun, man. It was pretty fun working at a Blockbuster. I still remember some of the B horror movies that kind of stick out, because I would always put it back on the shelf, and every time I would go on Netflix, I would know instantly what it was. But it was been fun. It was fun working at Blockbuster.
Because you saw everything that was returned. And you're like, oh, this guy returned like 10 times, dude.
Yep. I was meaning to watch that documentary. I'm probably gonna.
How often would you guys like hold stuff that you really wanted to see, or like stuff like that?
Like
was that a big
brand
thing?
New? Like if it was brand new?
Yeah, like a hot movie that can't stay in stock, and you really want
to see it. There was a rule that I think we had a week before we could watch it. Like we got it before the movie actually released.
Yeah.
And we could rent it the before the Tuesday, but you had to bring it back that Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think we got it either like a Friday or a Saturday, or probably Friday, or even maybe Monday, and we had to bring it back on that Tuesday. I think it was probably Friday. So that way we could watch it, and then we could recommend it, if it's good or not, stuff like that. And then, then we would hide our own movies. And
do you have like one weird story that stuck with you all these years after working there? Like some weird person, or like something, like you open the box and there's something weird inside?
No, like, see, for me, that I'm the worst person to ask about that, because I think I expect, and I show too much empathy towards people, that the weird stuff just kind of bounce off of me.
Like, look at this poor bastard. He's in here every day looking for movies.
something like that, or I just forget right away. I
Yeah.
remember Blockbuster though, like, we had to sell those bundles, like popcorn bundles and all
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, no, nothing really sticks out. It was fun though.
Yeah.
I remember I would leave Best Buy. I had my perfect jobs for the most part. I would work at Best Buy, and then I would go to Blockbuster for a little bit. That was the only time I worked 2 jobs.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, for the most part, it was fun.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I want to watch this. I saw it on there once, and I just kind of put it on the list. But the list is such garbage on Netflix. I can't use it. It's unusable.
Yeah.
Then you need to fix that.
So I forget everything I have on there because I'm like, didn't even
That
know
list
this was
is
there.
nothing to me. That list is nothing. Back in the day, it used to be something, but now it's just another column.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And it sorts it in a really weird way, but okay.
Yeah. I think the stuff you just added would be on top. No, it just gets shuffled somewhere randomly.
So weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is a really fun documentary. And like again, like I think me thinking of why I prefer to watch the B horror stuff and the new and like the more nichey stuff is because I can never get the new stuff that came out because they were always gone. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. I'll get I'll get Halloween 4 and 5, and I'll get Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, and like or just like 80s classics or like this random stuff I just pick off the shelf.
Like a lot of rewatches and stuff. You're like,
yeah.
I guess I'm watching Karate Kid again.
Yeah. Well, here we go again. And I won't talk about it here. Maybe in another show or something like that. But I remember we before I went to Hollywood Video and Blockbuster, we went to a local shop ran by a name called Ming, and we had a good time there.
He was the best, dude. He was the best.
I do it. Yeah, shit.
Oh shit, that guy was funny.
It was funny too. Like they were like in the documentary they talked about like old like mom and pop shops would have like the adult section with like the beads or the door for like adults only, and he had that too. It was like you had to go in the back and the beads like old like 80s style. I'm like, that's fucking funny because
he had like different lighting back there and shit. It was funny.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it used to be. I'm like, wow, that brings back a lot of memories.
You just see like this as a kid. You see this weird glow in the back, and you like start walking there, and your parents are like,
hey.
Get your ass back here.
That's for dad later. No, stop it. No. It's like, oh my god.
See, remember when I told you to wait in the car? Well, that's where I went.
I mean, this brought back a lot of like memories as a kid because Friday, when I get picked up from school, we head over there. We pick out 2 or 3 movies. That was our weekend, man. Games.
I had my mom drive to like 2 or 3 Blockbusters, and then we finally went to Ming's, and he had Drunken Master 2. That's why I really wanted it, man. I like really bad. I made my mom do it, and we finally found it there, and I was like, yeah, so happy. It was like the first time I saw it, but it was like until the American release or something. So it was like years after everybody else already saw it.
It was a dark day.
I had no way to watch it back then.
I remember I found that movie on accident in Coconuts.
Yeah, Coconuts.
Holy crap, Coconuts!
And it was so expensive. I think it was probably like $30 or something like that.
$27.99 or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom got it.
$1 rebate.
Still remember that.
Oh.
Holy shit! This is really nostalgia driven. Holy crap! I gotta watch this now.
Yeah, you should. Because now think about it. Like we would go to Ming's. Right next door was a Chinese shop, so we get our shrimp fried rice, our movies, and that was our Friday night, and it was awesome.
Nope, that was always good.
That was good times.
Good times, man.
Yeah. So if you grew up doing that kind of stuff, going to shops, video stores, all that kind of stuff, check it out. It's a pretty fun watch.
There's still some mom and pop shops, right? Or no?
Yeah.
I know there's
few and far between.
There might be one in Berwyn, man, but yeah,
tends to be like
rare, probably.
Smaller areas and smaller towns, but yeah, it's not too common anymore, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, I mean, like you walk in, you grab 3 movies and some snacks. What is that, like $20 maybe?
More?
Yeah.
25,
30. Yeah, and then if you don't return that shit on time, maybe it's gonna
each
cost
movie
you
I
$50.
think was like $5 or something like that.
$5, okay.
Yeah.
And then I always wanted games too. That's more money.
Yeah.
Games, I think they only give you 2 days or something, so it was only good on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. It was sort of period.
I gotta check this out. This is funny.
Yeah, it's fun. Cool to watch.
Good times. All right, man. Good watch there.
That's my nerd.
Hey, Sonny, you got anything else you want to touch on? Because I got 2 things to touch on and then my nerd out. So I don't want to steal more limelight from anyone.
No, I'm good. All yours.
All right. I'll go next because I have a couple things. So before I get to my nerd out, I just kind of want to touch on a couple things because I believe Love and Monsters were both on your guys' lists, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was on my list or not. I don't think.
I think he
so.
did, but it was like lower. It was lower than me, I think.
But Frank, you had it at number 1.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Why?
Because it was just like the only fun thing I could find last year.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Yeah, I saw Love and Monsters. Yeah, it wasn't anything special. It was hard for me for whatever reason to like stay engaged with the movie. The beginning when he's
go ahead, tell me why.
In the beginning when he was explaining what happened, that kind of gave me some Zombieland vibes. I'm like, okay, cool, I could dig this. And then when it finally got into live action stuff, I'm like, oh, I don't really care about this guy.
Why not? He's a loser.
He's a loser. Like
he's kind of funny though.
Yeah, he had his moments, but
just didn't care about him and his journey.
It didn't do it for me, man.
But he's going to get his girl, man. Come on.
Oh, dude, and I knew exactly when he went there, the girl wasn't gonna like him.
Damn it!
Spoiler alert. And then I knew, I knew the end. I knew the end basically. As soon as
it would have been me, so oblivious. I just show up. Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like the writing was on the wall with this movie. It was a little too cliche for my liking.
Monsters, were they kind of cool?
Monsters were kind of cool, but they were too busy. The design was too busy, where you couldn't really enjoy how the monsters looked. Violet brought up the fact that one of the monsters' his eyes were kind of weird, and they were just too like in your face. And then we found out that was for a reason. But other than that, it was all right. But
you gave it a 5. You said.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. I'm trying
to remember what I gave. It wasn't no 10 or anything, but yeah.
I will say this. The only reason why I gave it a 5 is because the movie that I saw right before that one was and that was Monster Hunter. Holy crap. I'll be surprised if there's 100 words in the script for dialogue.
Yeah, it's mainly like watch out. What are you doing? What's that? What's this? They wasted a lot of time, dude. Let me tell you. They did waste a lot of time.
And the set where the movie took place, it was like all sand and everything of the game whatsoever. Even though I only played like Monster Hunter, what is it called? World.
Yeah, World.
And then they finally got to like the forest area, and I was like, okay, cool. This is starting to look more like Monster Hunter. And then you leave it right away. I'm not gonna say who shows up for the cameo because they kind of
breaking up for me.
I'm not gonna really say who shows up as the cameo because that was pretty well done. But other than that, I mean, and that was even well done. He looks ridiculous, the person that I'm talking about.
Yeah, you guys are frozen for me.
No. There's going to be a lot of editing on this one.
Who's recording, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop video. Could see if it helps.
Okay. And now we just see a big F in front of us.
Last thing I heard was when they get to the forest.
When they get to the forest, it starts looking a lot more Monster Hunter-ish. So I could appreciate that for the most part.
Yeah, it was like 2/3 of the movie. They're just like in the desert dealing with nothing to do with the actual cool world that we want to see.
Yeah. The cats were good. I was happy
Yeah, they
about
were
them
awesome.
for like the whole 2 seconds they were on the screen. But
Right, he
I
like
gave
looks at
that
her
one.
and he's like interested in her and stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, I gave that one a 4 out of 10.
Yeah,
Like, no,
it's pretty
and the
fair, I
ending
think.
brought it way down. But what I
Oh, that was
really
cool
want to get
ending.
into, no, it was not a cool ending. Stop it.
Why?
Stop it. It was not a cool ending.
I
Um,
need Sonny to watch it.
I'm done. Sonny, watch it. See what you say. I'm sorry that you're going to have to watch it. My main nerd out is a movie that I think is right up Sonny's alley. And I think if Sonny watches this is going to be on his top 10 list. Called Promising Young Woman. You guys heard about this movie?
I saw it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You saw it, Frank?
Yeah, Nicole knew about it. I never heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, and then Violet wanted to watch it, and then on Apple TV tells you because all the Oscar nominations came out, so it tells you that this one got nominated for 5 Oscars. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Very good movie. What do you give it?
I think I gave it a 7. There were a couple parts where it tripped over itself, so I had to lower it a little bit, but it was higher for most of the film. But it's a pretty good movie.
What did I give it? I think, did I give it a 6 or so? You threw me off when I said that 7. When you said 7, let me see real quick and see what I gave it. Promising Young Woman. But anyway, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And the twist, that was very well done. I will say the movie was kind of like lacking for me leading up to it. But then Violet, I wouldn't say a little long, but I will say, and it kind of made me feel like a douchebag. Violet said, "Because you're a guy," and I'm like, "Well, fair enough. I don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff that is the main problem in this movie." But it's very well done, very now.
Yep.
I think everyone should probably watch it.
Yeah.
I could see why this is going for five Oscars.
Seems like a lot, but sure.
I gotta see what.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just like, I'm like, it's good. I think things are getting elevated more because there's less to choose from now. But
yeah, but I think even in like a full year, I think this would definitely be up there for sure. But very well done. The actress was good.
Yes, she was good. I never heard of her before.
No, I've never heard of her either. I forgot where Violet told me she's from. But I think we did watch something with it. And then this is the first time for the director. And I can't find what I gave it, but I want to say I gave
more
it
impressive.
I want to say I gave it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for sure. I think a 7 out of 10.
It's a good movie.
But yeah, very good movie. As soon as you watch it, Sonny, that's going to be on your top 10 list, guaranteed.
Yeah,
it
is very good.
I liked it a lot.
One thing for you.
I'm not going to say too much about it, but I liked it a lot.
Promising Young Woman, 90% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Love and Monsters, 92% Rotten Tomatoes. So kiss my ass, you fucker.
Those two numbers are the reason why we watch both those movies.
Oh, really?
The main reason why we watch both those movies. We saw them both on 2 different nights. We saw Promising Young Woman because Violet watched a trailer on it, and she's like, "Come on, let's just watch it." I'm like, "Fine, let's watch it."
It's definitely worth it.
And we watch it, and we're like, "Okay, cool." And then I put Love and Monsters the next night. I'm like, "Well, Frank says this is good. I picked this movie."
It's the last time I say anything is good.
Her and I are kind of like not into it. And then after it, I'm like, "Well, this is the reason why you don't let me pick movies, huh?" And she's like, "Yep."
What if it's a John Wick situation and you watch it like 3 months from now by yourself and you're like, "Oh, this is good, man."
Maybe it is, and I'm hoping it is. Maybe I'll watch it again later and see what's going on.
I hope, because I don't know why I like it, but yeah. Monster Hunter, 47%. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Monster Hunter was really bad.
I wanted to like it more, but oh well.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. So.
She's good at action though, man. I had to give it to her. She's still kicking ass.
Oh yeah. Never take that away from her.
Yep.
Who are we talking about?
Mila Jovovich.
Yep. The main actress, Monster Hunter.
She needs to retire.
For real?
Damn.
Yeah,
she's still good, dude.
Nah, she needs to retire. Carrie Mulligan. Where's this girl from?
Great Gatsby.
Yes.
Which I have not seen.
What?
No, I don't know why. I just haven't seen it.
Great Gatsby.
Drive, which I only saw once a very long time ago.
Yeah.
And everything else, I wouldn't remember her probably from. She probably wasn't, like lead actress. So.
She's a number of stuff. I just don't know anything you would like seen her in off the top of my head. I can't think of anything.
She's pretty good though, man. She really leads this movie, and that director being first timer, that's pretty impressive. So, yeah, really good movie.
All right, and that's it for me.
Bad movies and TV are becoming more prominent because for a while there, man, you had to really scrape, or you had to rewatch a lot of stuff.
We actually forgot one big piece of news. So I'm gonna say that after Frank, you give your your nerd out.
Oh, I forgot, man. Okay. I've been anticipating Invincible on Amazon Prime. So I was really happy today to watch it after I watched Falcon. And right now, just as far as history, I read the first 4 issues of this back when I was in my Robert Kirkman phase. And I always wanted to keep reading it. The way that I do things, I just forgot, and I just never did. But I always heard about it through the years, just as the book kept running, and it was really highly praised as far as in the comic community. But anyway, the show has come out, and it is not for kids. So anybody wanting to watch it with young kids, please do not do that.
It looks like it's for kids, but it's not.
It totally does. Like, I don't know. But anyway,
the animation's a little weird. Almost looks anime-ish. Not really.
It's a little, yeah, like the face is a little bit. But the voice acting cast is stacked, like crazy stacked. I kept looking at the little X-ray feature.
Me too.
Yeah, I was like, who's this? Who's this? And I'm like, oh shit, that's it. Oh shit, that's it.
Yeah.
So a lot of Walking Dead people too.
John Hamm. Oh yeah.
John Hamm? Oh, who's he?
John Hamm. He's a nobody, dude. He's the guard in the beginning. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. How he's just like, I want to do a voice. Just throw me in there. Dude, I was wondering why are they spending so much time on these guards? I thought the way they were waving people in, something would happen. I don't know. But first 3 episodes are out. They're about 40 minutes each, so they're nice and lengthy. And I believe they're going to go 8 episodes weekly on Fridays. So we got 5 more to go. But so far, yeah, man, I'm hooked. I love it. You should definitely, if you're on the fence, just finish the entire first episode and then decide after that. But
yeah.
Because at first I was kind of like, oh, this is decent, but it's very derivative, and I don't know if it's going to be really what I want. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll shut up now at the end of episode 1. But yeah, I'm totally nerded now. I want to read this series, and I'm going to watch this every week. The one thing I guess I'm worried about is, Sonny pointed this out when we were talking, that the writers weren't sure how long this would continue, so they're kind of like smashing a lot of things, into this season. So if it does continue, it's like, well, what are they going to do at that point? I guess they'll just have to come up with more stuff. But anyway, I really love it, man. It's good.
Nice. And due to where it is a very bloody show, and it gets a lot bloodier if you go by the books. It is oh my god, people get people get sliced in half and just ripped apart and blood and guts, and it's a violent ass comic. So just be aware of that as well. This is again, do not let the animation fool you. This is not for children or people with sensitive constitutions. It's graphic, and it will get more graphic later.
I think.
Yeah, because the first episode seems
like
kid
tame,
okay-ish.
right?
Yeah, and we're like, oh, this is for kids. This is not for kids. Like where? And then the end happens. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. It was funny because Elena woke up from her nap, and I'm sure all she sees is colors. And I'm like, I'm trying to cover her eyes.
Yeah, I know, right? Even though they don't fully get it, but still, I was like, yeah, cover that. I try to. Yeah, I was doing it too.
But it was good. I got the next 2 episodes to go. I was waiting for this too, because I don't follow Kirkman all that crazy. Like I'm still waiting for Thief of Thieves. Mm-hmm. But I know this was one of his big 3. Like he had Walking Dead, he had Invincible, and then he had Thief of Thieves, if I'm not mistaken. I have 1 copy of Invincible. Does a dinosaur show up?
Not sure. I didn't get very far.
I'm pretty sure a dinosaur shows up because it's the only reason why I bought it.
For real?
Just said maybe. Yeah, so that's why I bought it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. There's like a red dinosaur on the cover. And his covers were always cool because they're always kind of like shiny, if I can remember right.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm with you, Frank. I'll be watching it. There's a lot of stuff coming out on Fridays now.
Yeah.
It's finally, it's picking up. This is, I'm really looking forward to this. I love how long it is, too. It's not just 20 minutes and stuff like that, so. I'm intrigued, dude. There's some plot points where I'm like, oh man, where the hell is this gonna go? Like, it's interesting. So, high recommendation.
J.K. Simmons is the main guy. Omni guy, is that his name?
Omni-Man.
Omni-Man.
Yeah.
I think I love that, dude. I could listen to his voice. Yeah.
Great casting.
Steven Yeun, who is Glenn. Walking Dead. He's a good choice for the main kid.
He's actually up for an Oscar too for Best Actor in his movie.
In which movie was it? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but he is.
I didn't know that. Cool.
A Korean farmer, I think, that comes to America.
Okay. I've heard that movie. I haven't seen it either, but okay. Oh,
interesting.
Well, good for him.
Walton Goggins is here. Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Minari. I think it's called Minari.
Oh, okay. Clancy Brown.
Clancy motherfucking Brown.
Hell yeah.
Clancy Brown's in this. He was in Promising Young Woman.
Oh my
as soon as
God,
I started laughing. I'm like,
I forgot completely, dude. Holy shit. That's hilarious. He's a treasure. Great show, man. I can't wait to keep watching every Friday. It's going to be awesome. Got both these shows to look forward to. That's it, man.
That's it, man? Okay.
That's it, man.
Well, it's that time of this episode. Our veteran listeners know that we'll be getting our... what's up?
Wait, we forgot one piece of huge news. Black Widow was announced for Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Same day as theater, correct, too, as well?
Same day as theater, just like Raya the Last Dragon.
We'll figure it out. Because apparently I think Raya did 20 to 30% less than what Mulan did.
Wow.
On Plus. And granted, with the pandemic going on, it only made 87 million opening weekend and globally, I think. But I mean, you gotta take it with a big grain of salt, obviously. But the streaming side, I'm not surprised because it's going to be on Plus for free eventually. You know.
So it did less as far as theater, or as far as premiere purchases.
Premiere purchases do like and less.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you think people are getting out more now, or they're just like, we'll just wait, we'll bite the bullet and just wait?
Yeah, I think Mulan was a big title that a lot of people wanted to see. This one it flew under the radar. Like if you didn't pay attention, you would just miss it completely.
Yeah.
And like Black Widow, I imagine sales will go up again because it's Marvel, and
Sure.
Marvel has a hell of a lot more hits than like Star Wars does. So I think Marvel will be fine, but it's going to be interesting to see because again, it will be on Plus eventually. Are people willing to wait nowadays, or we'll see.
Yeah.
It was a disappointment at the box office too. It's 8.6 million in the U.S. It's just the problem is that this is what happens when you don't get a lot of advertisement with it. Because it is a great film, man.
It's great, man.
I don't think we'll get our sequel now, and I think there was a lot for it.
Yeah.
It might go. It might have had the same budget. It might go straight to Plus. Maybe if they do a sequel.
Maybe. But Cruella and Black Widow will both be theaters and Disney Plus premiere access later this year. And then, oddly enough, Luca, which is the next Pixar movie, that's going to be straight on Disney Plus. No premiere access needed. Kind of like on Onward.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Onward was good. It was, but not as good as Raya.
Yeah, I like Raya a lot.
Hell yeah. I've seen it like 3 damn times already, but yeah, I still like it.
I think I got you beat on 5, maybe, and that was just me wanting to watch it. Yeah.
I love her voice, man. She's funny, like just the way she's like.
Aquafina.
I love credit. It's just funny the way she talks. Yeah.
I like that raspy voice, but yeah. That was my. So Sonny, we could go into the spoiler talk.
Cool. Where was I? Oh yes. Better listeners know that this is part of the show where we'll jump into a spoiler talk for the Disney Plus show Falcon and Winter Soldier. If you're new, stop listening, go watch it, come back later and finish this episode. But in the meantime, we'll end the main show here. And if you want to listen to the audio version of the podcast, head over to Spotify, Apple Podcast, and any podcast app of your choice. If you want to watch the video portion of the podcast, head over to YouTube, type in 3 Nerds on a Sunday. You want to follow us on Facebook, 3 Nerds on a Sunday. That's where you'll be notified when the newest episode drops. Always on Sunday, times vary, but guaranteed Sunday. And thank you guys for listening again. We do appreciate every view that we get. A lot, but everyone does count, and we do appreciate it very much.
Sure do.
So we will catch you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. I think we are safe.
You've been warned.
Sure.
What else? So,
spoilers.
Consensus right off the bat. Did you like this episode? Did you not like it?
Loved it.
I really enjoyed it.
It was good.
It was really good.
Enjoying it, man.
I'm very happy that again, I think due to the fact that it's only 6 episodes, that the episodes are longer than like 20 minutes.
Yes.
30 minutes. That helps tremendously.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, so we actually get, I guess the opening of the show, we get to actually see U.S. agents sitting in high school locker room, just going, I remember high school. That was some good times.
John Walker.
And he gets his own Falcon type of buddy. He starts talking. He's doubting himself and all that kind of stuff. I do want to see what they're gonna do with that character. It's pretty. I think
it's interesting, dude. What
he is Captain America at this point, not U.S. agent yet.
That's true.
I will never call him.
Good point, dude. Yeah, you're right. Nobody's saying that name.
You might never call him that, but that's what he is right now. So he's gonna get maybe a little bit darker, and we're gonna see what finally turns him off from Captain America and turns into U.S. agent. I feel
like he does have powers, even though he says he doesn't.
But I mean, I guess we'll get right into it. He doesn't really.
The way he threw that, I don't know, is weird. The way
throwing though.
I mean, I can understand what you're saying, but that's always been the Shield's property. You just throw it and you just
It's like
whiz
lightweight
through.
stuff.
Because he got his ass handed to him with the Flag Smashers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Power.
they're superpowered. They should have been able to get rid of him very easily, but it took them a little.
No,
But I
so
guess he is top of his class, right? He's like
once he lost his shield, he got his ass handed to really quick, like in seconds. Once he lost his shield, they beat him silly.
Bucky kind of held on.
Yeah,
literally.
They were all kind of useless. I mean, they all kind of got whooped.
Not useless. It was a. I mean, it. Well, I mean, like.
Falcon can't do hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, that's
not
his
against
thing.
them, really. But
I mean, they're fighting on top of two moving trucks. That's really hard for anyone to fight. And if you don't have superpowers or superhuman strength, you kind of have no chance because nowhere to run.
That little girl kicked your ass. I love the jokes, man. It was fun.
I guess we'll just go.
You know what, though? I really appreciate what they did with that therapist, where she like forced them to talk outside of jokes because they deal with their issues with each other with jokes, like jabbing at each other. But she was like, "All right, sit close," and I love that scene, man. It was perfect the way Bucky said. He's like, "Well, if he was wrong about you, then he's probably wrong about me, and he's still dealing with demons and stuff." So, great little scene. It was really quick, but it was good.
So far, what I'm appreciating of the first half of WandaVision and these 2 episodes of Winter Soldier, I think obviously with TV you can do more, and they're able to actually, I think, start to branch out more with the storytelling of heroes and give more story and more, like, I guess, realistic impact in their world. Like, again, I'm not asking for like Fruit Bale Station in a Marvel TV show, but like the scene where they're in the middle of the street, they're having an argument. The cops come up to them and they're like, "Hey, you black guy, why are you bothering this white guy over here?" He's like, "Oh, that's Falcon. My bad. I'm sorry."
That was interesting. Yeah,
they
pulled him over and
because again, like without the suit, no one really knows who he is. Like he doesn't have the wings; he's just another black man on the street. And like touches like that, I think really again, it gives more context to heroes in real life.
And it's not like preachy and annoying. It was well done. Like it seemed like that would naturally happen if they're arguing in the street and stuff.
Yeah. Like again, like I said, doesn't have to go full Fruit Bale Station on us, but give us those contexts in real life and show us like, hey, it sucks to be a superhero, but someone has to do it, and these guys go above and beyond, even all the hate and stupidityness in the world. They always find a way to do the right thing.
It's like a thankless job, kind of. They really highlight that.
Yeah, because like when you win, they love you, and when you lose, they hate you.
Well, and then after you win, 5 minutes later, everybody's like, "Yeah, what have you done lately?" kind of thing. Yeah. Like it's realistic in that regard.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I thought that they touched on in the comics, because like in the comics, I think it was a retcon, I can't remember, but like the first Captain America was black. Like the first not the failed attempt, but like they worked the serum on someone else before they got to Rogers, and in here they kind of touch upon it, like, hey, there's more people like my Bucky, like there's more people like me and Cap out there, and like I ran this guy in Vietnam, and he like whipped my ass. That was really,
that was interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's always a void and a need, not a need, but like a want for people to create super soldiers, both good and evil. So makes sense that this is happening.
Yeah, it was really cool. I know typically we like break down the whole episode from beginning to the end, but we're just
and we're really jumping there.
But I mean, it's really good so far.
It's great, man.
What was your favorite part of this episode? Like, was there a scene or like scenes that stuck out the most to you, or
psychiatric scene I thought was interesting, the way they forced them to do, like I just said. The one I also kind of like how I really liked where Bucky's like he just doesn't care. He's like, I'm just gonna go smash the guy's face, or I'm gonna go take the shield back. But Sam's like, you can't just do that, man. And then he actually explains why, and then he actually brings stuff up. Like he's like, well, yeah, last time we did that, Sharon Carter was enemy of the state, and we were on the run for 2 years. He's like, we can't just do stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I think he said that they branded her a traitor, and they're like, damn, shit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so
it doesn't go well you have to be a little tactful, and that's kind of Sam's. I guess that's kind of Sam's progression that he has learned from what happened when he was on the run. He's like, well, wait, there's not just two guys there. Like, let me do a little recon here before we run in like a crazy man. He's like, I got a vibranium arm. I don't care. And he's just trying to teach him, like, dude, you can't. It doesn't matter if you can, what you can do. Like, you just still have to be smart about things.
My favorite line in that was when they were in that warehouse. He's like, "Look at you, spent some time in Wakanda. Now you're White Panther." He's like, "It's White Wolf." He's like, "What?"
He's like, "It's actually White Wolf." Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Some great throwaway lines. They're really funny.
There were some good, funny.
They're good together though.
Lines
They're funny.
here. Oh, yeah,
great.
I remember like from when they were trying to deal with Spider-Man in the airport. That was just funny. Like,
oh yeah, you're right.
It was so funny the way they're each like just like, oh, shut up, or he's like, come on, get the kid. What are you doing? Like two stooges, man. It's just funny.
I hate you. Like,
yeah, I hate you.
They have some good. Their chemistry is really good. I mean, like you can see in their eyes that they want to get along, but they just can't. They're just like they just keep butting heads.
It's like weird because it's for different reasons now. Like when Cap was around in his prime, it was for something else, and now it's like I could definitely see why. Bucky's mad, but yeah, I mean, kind of forced themselves to tag along, which I thought was kind of cool. As far as like, they didn't like do a huge build up to them teaming up. They're just kind of like, I came here to talk to you because I'm annoyed at what you did. And he's like, where are you going? I was like, well, I'm coming too. It's like, oh, okay. So
I find it interesting that the flag breakers they're actually on the run. They're not like I thought it's I don't know if it's a twist or not yet, but it was cool. They're like,
there's like text, right?
Yeah, they're like anti-terrorist group, but like they're like maybe like a subsect, or they're like the extremists of the group, because they stole some equipment and stuff from they call them the Shadow Broker, and they get jumped when they're trying to take off in a plane. It's like just vans full of guys just shooting up one guy. I was like, I think two guys could have done it, but okay, sure, 12 is good too.
Yeah, no, right? They're like, here's 1,000 bullets. Let's kill this guy.
So again, I am interested to see where that's going to go with them.
Yeah.
And their motivation is very straightforward, and like it makes sense conceptually, especially in their world when they're like, we want to go back to the time of the blip because it was a lot easier to manage things. Again, have the population in the world of everything is gone.
Yeah.
And then when they came back, the governments and everything decided to help the blip people instead of the ones that are already there.
That was a great line. It really summed it up. It was like they care more about people who came back than the ones who never left. Like, oh, okay, it makes sense.
Again, like a good villain is, I think, either just diabolically awesome, like Stain, or the like those stuff like that. But then you have like Thanos and the flag breakers, where like their thinking makes sense. It's just so extreme. A normal person do that. It takes someone that.
Well, and they don't care about the means to do it. They don't care about that. So that's what makes them.
Like again, like we didn't need a whole episode. We'll see what happens yet, but we didn't need a whole episode of them explaining everything and why they're doing it. It was like, this is why we're doing it. Don't forget. I mean, it's like, okay, it's simple. Explain it to me and let's go forward. So
yeah,
I appreciate that.
I like what they did with like now there's two conflicting teams trying to deal with the Flag Smashers.
Yeah.
what do you call it? The new Captain America and his sidekick, and then
Yeah.
Falcon and
Other
Bucky.
one is like, he's like, oh, his
I
psychic is
love.
black. Damn, just copycat completely. Shit.
What was the other guy? Battlestar. And he, I
I'm
mean,
like,
he's like, he asked him his name, and he's like, no, what's your code name or something? And he's like, stop the car. Immediately was like, these guys are idiots. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh shit, that was so funny though. Oh my god. And then he's like, I just love all the little quips, like when the leader of the Flag Smashers, she breaks Red Wing, and Bucky's like being held down. He's like, I've always wanted to do that. Or he's like earlier in the episode, he's telling Sam, he's like, get that thing out of my face before I break it. He's like, don't do that. Blah blah blah. It's just funny, man.
and then they were like on the side of the road. He's like,
The random kid.
He's like, no, you're not. You just keep walking. They're like, no, you're not. You don't. Shut up.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think 2 or 3 times they bring up that they think the Flag Smashers are part of the top 3. Aliens, androids, and witches, right?
Something like that. Wizards,
aliens, androids, witches, wizards.
Wizards,
yeah. So it's very interesting that they bring that all up again. And they bring up like witches again or wizards, because in Homecoming they brought up, I think it's witches, and then of course we already know about WandaVision, and then we know where that's going to kind of lead to, and they brought up Doctor Strange again as well. So something's leading up to this whole thing, and I think Doctor Strange 2 just got me more excited for it.
What is it again? Aliens what?
Aliens, androids, and wizards.
That's right. That's right. I thought it was cool how he's like, how the hell do you know about wizards? He's like, dude, I read Lord of the Ring when it came out.
No, he's like, how do you know about Gandalf? I read The Hobbit in 1937. I'm like, oh, that movie came out in 1937?
Yeah.
That's an old
I thought it was 50s,
book.
but anyway, no, I guess it's not. But
Bucky's 115 years old. Shit.
That was cool, man, the way they did that, because I was like, all right, there you go. You're bringing up his history in a kind of a clever way, even though it's a joke. But
yeah, I mean, Bucky is just knocking out. He's just Sebastian Stan's just knocking.
I really like him.
His jokes in here, and the way he delivers them is hilarious. He's like wizards. He's like, yeah, Doctor Strange. He's a sorcerer. There's a big difference.
Like, yeah, there's a big difference. He's like, it's just a wizard without a hat. I'm like,
he's like, I just came up with it. How about that?
Remember the kid on the street where he's like, hey, it's Black Falcon.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what? He's like, that was just funny. Great interaction. Like, I like how, I don't know, just the way he talked to him, and he's very like, I don't know, he's just personable with him and stuff. So.
I mean,
that's kind of interesting.
I guess that's why I've always liked the Cap side of the Marvel universe, because they feel like genuine people. Like Bucky's generally messed up, but like he tries to do the right thing when he can. It's just he's so messed up he can't. Falcon is just he's a soldier that is from that area and that type of life. And he's like, hey, listen, I'm humble as shit. I know where I come from. I'm not gonna act
very
like a hero.
Grounded guy. Yeah.
Cap has always been the underdog, and it's like like when he finally gets the power, he still acts like he's the underdog because he knows. And
but he's got the grounded background of being bullied and just a poor person. He was a poor kid, Yeah.
And Sharon Carter, I want them to do more with her because I love the actress.
What's her status right now? Is she in prison or?
Well, I don't know.
She's somewhere around here.
Yeah, I know she's gonna show up in the show because she's in the end credits on the wall.
Okay.
And I don't know when, but she's gonna be there. So I'm hoping they do more with her. I think that character could be a good character. But
is she Peggy's granddaughter or?
Yes.
Or niece or something.
I'm like, if you're not my brother, my sister, or my first cousin, I have no idea how like titles. So she is part of that line.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know.
It is interesting though how many times they said that aliens, androids,
the great niece. Great Niece.
Great Niece. Okay.
It's yeah, man, this is really
It's
good.
so good, man. I want to watch it again now after just talking with you guys.
It is really good. And again, the cast is outstanding. Like
Great.
Wyatt Russell, who is Captain America or the current Captain America.
He's doing a good job.
like when he's like doubting himself, you can feel it what he's saying. But then like when he's like Captain America, it's like you're fake as shit, but like I can see that you're trying. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like
he even realizes that he feels like he's doing something wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
just good casting, man.
I think he's gonna get desperate and want to take super serum, and then he might go crazy or something.
That could be. That'd be cool. I mean, I mean, like that's very possible. And I mean, I don't think they're done with. I forgot his name.
Zemo
from Vietnam.
Isaiah.
I think so.
Maybe he'll probably become more important.
I hope we get him in like a Captain America outfit.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
And then at the end, the singer for episode 3 is Falcon. Bucky talks to Falcon like, hey, we gotta talk to him. He's like, he talks about my past and my people, and that was Hydra, and who knows more than that. He's like, well, let's go talk to him, and we get this grandiose music playing as we head to the prison, and it's Zemo sitting there, just like, what's up? So they're finally gonna go see Zemos. He's gonna don his badass looking. Not maybe, but I saw the trailer, where he shows up. I know you guys see it, but
thing, right?
Yeah, but it looks from the couple seconds I saw it looks really good live action. So I can't wait for that to happen. We're gonna talk to Zemos. I think that we're gonna have a really good dialogue scene in there. Probably talk about that for like an hour. Like I think I was skeptical with the shows at first. Cause I'm like, they're on the movies and TV shows. There's gonna be a lot to watch, but again, with the first half of WandaVision and how this is turning out, they're able to really start diving into more stuff, and it's fleshing things out and it's making the world bigger and not so small, I guess, if that makes sense. And I'm thoroughly enjoying the TV shows. Granted, I was disappointed with the ending of WandaVision, but on the whole, it was very strong, and this is going really strong too. So.
No, it's going awesome.
Yeah. Fuck, it's good. It's so good.
It's damn good. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I was just really enjoying it. I'm just so glad.
Very good.
And it's definitely a different tone, and I'm glad it's more on this side of things, because it's kind of a palate cleanser after Wanda, because it's a different thing. So not trying to say anything bad about Wanda or anything.
And that's been a strength, I think, after phase, like about Winter Soldier, moving on to like phase 2 and 3, where they were able to try different styles of films, I guess, kind of like, again, Thor 3 is this crazy heavy metal cover space buddy adventure, and that was really fun. Winter Soldier is more like a spy drama action, and like Ant-Man's a heist film and all that kind of stuff. And it's nice that even though they're all different, they all flow well together. So this is no different. This is definitely more military procedural type of feel, but it's working really well.
Oh, you know what was funny about that? Sorry to cut you off. The military aspect, where somebody said something about killing, and Falcon was like, "Oh, we don't do that," and he's like, "No, I'm just playing." He's like, "I don't care, kill him," something like that. Like they were talking about like the terrorists or something, how to take them down, and somebody said something about don't kill them or something. He's like, "Yeah, don't kill him." He's like, "No, I'm just kidding, just do it." It's like,
because he's remember. That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
it's a real quick line. Like, I think they're on their way to do something or whatever. But it was interesting because obviously we already were noting that in the previous episode where he's kind of just blowing up helicopters and killing people and stuff. So
yeah,
and Manny's like, well, it's military stuff, so. He sees it differently. He sees it like a combat thing, like in a different way, I guess. He sees it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see any spoilers of this online yet? Or what I ran across?
I think I was talking about. I mean, I wouldn't call it a spoiler, but I would. I mean, ish, but you would definitely want to see it live action first before you saw it in that form.
Correct. So, that's my point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the whole thing with, and I'm surprised that this leaked and not Scarlet Witch. Like something happened there, man. Someone got the ball dropped. Do you really want to know?
Oh wait, so it's not episode 2 spoiler? It's something further.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh hell no! Don't tell me.
You're gonna like.
Wow. I'm gonna be happy.
You're gonna be happy.
I'm already happy. I don't know what they can do to make me happier. I want to rewatch this now, man. I fucking love it, man. So good.
Yeah, I really like all the John Walker scenes. Like I'm interested in him and
surprisingly, right? Everybody's like expecting to, not enjoy that.
He has that like good guy, but you don't trust him.
But he has maybe something boiling underneath.
Yeah, he does because like even when they broke out, or the whole scene that you like right before it when they arrest Bucky and he's in jail, and then they find out that he actually got let go. They thought it was probably the therapist that let him go, but no, it was actually John Walker who let him go. And he's like, who authorized that? And John Walker was like,
he's like, I did. I'm Captain America, dude.
Yeah, he started getting a little cocky with the whole thing. So
yeah,
interesting. Like he wants to do good, but then it's not gonna work out that way. He's gonna do something not Captain America like, and that's probably what gets him into U.S. Agent. And yeah.
Man, dude.
So
imagine
the transition to U.S. Agent, that's where it's gonna be good.
How Zemo is gonna get out? What's he gonna do? They got a lot of things in the air right now. A lot of good things.
Yeah.
I think stuff's gonna start happening real quick because I mean they only got 4 left.
4 left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was.
I'll hold out hope that this is gonna have something big in here for like X-Men or something like that. I don't know how.
I mean,
do you want to place another bet for every Disney show?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Even though this one I might win, but I'm not gonna do it yet.
I mean, I kind of I don't necessarily need it. It'd be cool, but I think as long as they just keep doing what they're doing, be good, don't fuck up, learn, and keep going. Because again, like there's a lot of good character stuff going on here. Even more than like what happened in Wanda. Again, it was solely based around her and stuff with Vision and a couple other things, but it was her show. And this, it's like, again, you got John, you got Falcon, you got Winter Soldier, you got a lot of different characters that have a lot of stuff, a lot of baggage. So
yeah,
we got a lot of good stuff coming up.
Man,
I'm not gonna speculate anything. I just want it to be good and to be awesome, just like Winter Soldier and Civil War. So that's all I need.
It's already there.
Oh yeah, it's a very good.
Yeah, man. I'm having a great time.
Anything else we want to add?
I just can't wait.
I'm good. Yeah, so well, you definitely believe we'll be back next week to talk about episode 3. We're highly anticipated. And next week as well will be Godzilla versus Kong. We'll be talking about this. So March 31st, which is a Wednesday. We'll watch that and we'll talk about that. Talk about Falcon Winter Soldier. So we got plenty of stuff to talk about next week. Join us again.
Please do.
We love talking about this kind of stuff. So you know the whole spiel, guys. Where to find us. Leave comments, share, rate, subscribe, whatever it is. Help Shudder become a sponsor for at least one episode. I went off the stream go. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of 3 Nerds on a Sunday. We are out. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Later.